So please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
More like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring
Oh wow, you really have to come in here?
like this guy here.
Is this
No,
is this really happening? He met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
no,
fair.
but you're more in the category like Luther Arnold. Okay?
My man. Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic. That's great, partner. You two ever go place everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go. We head to Kroger's, and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God. And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes. You
Okay,
gotta
so
have the eyes.
can you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
how
I
do you do it?
mean,
Teach
the
me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you gotta get the smile going on some shoes. But
Wait, hold up.
you got.
I gotta
when
try
it's
this
time,
with
when,
you.
when it's
Hold
time
on.
to laugh,
I gotta try
you
this
gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny
All
and start laughing.
Do it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
Just a sexy eye right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
Each words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang,
bullets.
bang. Water guns. All right.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis is ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. What's up, everybody? I hope you guys are having a wonderful rest of your day, evening. If not, this is probably your morning for a lot of y'all. So I'm hoping you guys are enjoying your time chilling at home, hopefully getting up, getting ready for the day, or getting ready to just wind down for the rest of the day. You know what I mean? It's been a very active day for me. I don't know about y'all, but it's been a very active one for me on my end. And I'm hoping that you guys are having a good one. You know what I'm saying? Hello, over 50 and fantabulous. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Tano Vane, what's good, my brother? How you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. You know, we're just going to have a fun little convo, you know, chop it up a little bit. Nothing too big, you know, nothing too heavy. Maybe laugh a little bit, talk about things that are going on in the world a little bit. You know, not take anything too seriously today. This morning was a little heavy and a little weighted in conversation in regards to what was going on in the conversations that we were having this morning. And, you know, just to keep it straight funky, I mean, you know, I appreciate everybody who tuned in and was a part of the show today, and the people who called in, all of them, every last one of them. Okay, every last one of y'all who tuned in, just to be completely honest, man, okay, we're back to good, so hopefully it'll hop back on here. Okay, so, Razor Ramon, what's good, man? What's good, brother? Cabron, ¿qué pasa? Hope everybody's okay. BB, what's up, girl? How you doing? Ashton Moy, what's up? How you doing? Good evening, everybody, and you know, and those who are watching overseas as well. Good evening, or good morning, depending. Most likely, it's morning time for y'all. So, good morning to all you guys, and I'm hoping you guys are having a good one. Like I said before, you know, we all deserve to have a good, you know. We all deserve some good times. You know what I'm saying? We all need to have some laughs. We all need to have some moments to smile and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we need right now. You know what I'm saying? We need that. You know, and the thing is I'm about to pull something up that I think that everybody will thoroughly enjoy. Now, this is, if you don't know who Steve Harvey is the ultimate, well, he's basically like the only black daytime talk show guy out there. Or he used to have a huge talk show. Comedian, I mean, you know, original Kings of Comedy. He's a hilarious dude, hilarious stand-up comedian. But he took a turn and decided to be more on the motivational side, more on the positive side of things, and was on his he has a show, he hosts, and he secures multiple bags off of Family Feud, okay? And he makes a lot of money doing what he does over there. Now, he used to have a show called Steve Harvey or Steve, sorry, but now I think it's only on Facebook now. I think he went the Jada Pinkett Smith route with the Red Table Talk. So his show is solely on Facebook, and it's just called Steve on Watch. So, you know, the watch page and all that. And so he's still doing his thing, still interviewing people, still doing his Dr. Phil-ish, Oprah-ish type moments and stuff, being motivational and being Steve Harvey. I mean, he's been in the game for a long ass time, y'all. Long ass time. So I can't throw any shade at the man because he is a goat. He is a beast. He is doing what he's doing. Now, some people might think that he shouldn't be doing talk shows anymore. That is not really his ratings have been really, really bad. Hence the reason why he's not on TV anymore. Hence the reason why he's been online now, because his ratings suck. I'm just going to be honest. They're not good, and no one cares about his show, unfortunately. But everybody loves them some Family Feud, y'all. You know what I mean? That's I had the wrong one, but you know what I'm saying, okay? So recently, he was on his show. He was recently on his show, Family Feud, and he dropped the F-bomb. Over the many, many years of him doing his thing, multiple years of him doing his thing on Family Feud, he finally drops the F-bomb. And we're going to show it on the show today because this is way too funny. It's hilarious. So we're going to watch it together. Because why? Because I feel like it, and we all need a good laugh nowadays. There's so much negativity, and there's so many opinions about politics and Black Lives Matter and the cancel culture and all that. We're going to squash all that BS, and we are going to go down to a human level, all right? We're going to boil all the way down to a human level and just enjoy one emotion right now. And that is the emotion and the love of laughter. Here we go. This is funny.
If Captain Hook was moonlighting as a handyman, he might replace his hook with what tool?
A hammer.
Try again.
A penis.
Tell me the age a kid is too old to sleep with a what he said?
What? Did he just say what?
Come on, we can't start this again.
Yes. Did he really just say that?
Come on now, we can't go again. I'm sorry.
A penis.
I'm sorry.
Who does that?
We can't go again. I'm sorry.
Bruh.
Let go. We can't do it again. Let go. I'm sorry. I swear I'm sorry. That just came out. I don't even know where that came from. I was reading the question, and then I said, what? I'm sorry.
Oh, there you go. There you have it, guys. Just a little comedy for your own peepers to enjoy for yourself. Yeah, out of the many, many years that he has been hosting Family Feud, not once has he ever used the F-bomb. Ever. And out of nowhere, drops it. Now, here's the thing. He ain't going to lose his job over that. Like, there's worse things he could have said. There's a lot worse things he could have said. In fact, what's funny is a lot of the contestants say a lot of really bad things on the show, so he doesn't really have to say much. Let's just be straight funky. He doesn't need to do a damn thing. He just needs to sit back and just let people answer and let them act a damn fool and look like a fool for them damn selves. But on some real stuff, yes, out of the many, many years that he has hosted that franchise of a show, he finally dropped the F-bomb. And rightfully so. I think so. I think that's hilarious. But hey, I see some comments, so we're gonna go through these real quick. Thank you, everybody, for commenting. Real talk. Figured out how to stop the violence in America. Get everyone we can to dress up as anime characters when you have rednecks and hood guys yelling at each other through emotion and not logic. If people dressed as Goku, Superman, and Sailor Moon crew show up, the fighting will halt as they have to unite. Interesting, Goro 187. That's an interesting theory. But thank you for commenting on Twitch. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Oh, of course. No. Goro 187. No. I'm talking about daytime talk shows. Arsenio's nighttime. Okay. Steve Harvey is the only black daytime talk show host right now. You know, there used to be like Montel Williams, and that was basically it as far as male. Anyway, let's see. CMA Fest is on TV. That's interesting. Did you hear about the Washington Redskins? Yes, I did. We talked about it this morning, and I'll say this: I'm happy that they're finally deciding to change the name. And yes, I understand that's on the wave. It's during the wake of this. It's right in the wave and on the wake of this whole cancel culture, BLM movement and all that. But at the same time, it's something that people have been wanting to have happen for a long time. I understand it may not be the vast majority of people that wanted this to change, but there's a good group of people that have been wanting that to change for the longest time. So for the fact that they're doing that now, I'm happy about it. I will take it. I will fully take it happily. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with them changing the name. I've seen a lot of people, I get it. I'll probably get buried over this and people get upset about it and all that. But here it is. Sometimes change needs to happen. And I've been seeing a lot of things, a lot of commentators, you know, the people who are do this basic thing that I'm doing, obviously on a much grander scale than I do. But they are sitting there going, it shouldn't have happened. They shouldn't be doing that. It's a disgrace and all that. And it's like, listen, if there's a group of people, if there's a large group of people, if there's a large minority of people that are sitting there saying, hey, this needs to change, and they've been pushing for it for decades, okay? This isn't just a little bit, you know, just for a little while. They've been pushing this for decades. It says something. And for them, for the owners of that football team to finally say, hey, you know what? We do need to change this. And yeah, and I understand that it's financially motivated, but at the same time, hell, I'll take that. I'll take it. Hell to the yeah. Let's get it. Come on with it. I'm not complaining about that at all, whatsoever. You know? That's just my personal opinion. And I know I know that there's other people that will sit there, like I said before, that sit there and say, hey, how dare they do that? Why, you know, this BLM thing is all negative and all that. But hey, I'll take this as a win, as a positive thing. You know, if we put ourselves in a Native American's shoes for a second and just thought of what if it was another word? What if it was another derogatory term or a term that your people found derogatory? Wouldn't you want that change too? And if you're able to step outside of the box, step outside of that bubble and look at the grander picture, I think you might answer the same way too. You might go, hey, you know what? This change is good, you know? So yes, I did hear about it and I'm happy about it. It's time for things to move on. I'm not sitting here saying that everything needs to change. I'm not sitting here saying every team needs to change their names and all that. Nah, but if it's something that is like that and has been bothering a group of people for a really long time, I guarantee you if this was a group of a derogatory term towards black people, this would not be a team's name for very much longer. I guarantee you that, you know? Just out of curiosity, is Cori Bush's primary challenge campaign for the 1st district seat in St. Louis actually going well? I do not know, Michelle Smale. That's a very good question. I don't know. That's something that I probably will have to bring up in a conversation tomorrow morning with the rest of the guys. That's something that I know for a fact that maybe Tom will have more information about that. I don't really follow Cori Bush's campaign or anything of that sort. So I do not know, unfortunately. But that is a very good question, Michelle. Thank you. I'm voting for Red Tails for the new Washington names. Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing. Like, they could still keep red in there. It just doesn't have to be skins. Just change the name. Just change the second half of the name. And you're good to go. You know what I mean? So moving on, I mean, of course, there's more conversation here. Of course, I'm going to say this. Okay, let me read some more of these real quick. Tanner Vane, what's up, man? Tanner Vane said, let's see. Steve Harvey might have to take a small hit to pay for the fine from cussing, but he should be fine. It's funny. Absolutely. Celia, good evening. Good evening, Celia Williams. Thank you so much for commenting and watching the show. I appreciate it. Red Tails was the nickname of the Tuskegee Airmen. Oh, that's good to know, actually. So maybe it could be like a nice little spin. I don't know. You never know. We'll go with it. And of course they're going to be, they're still juggling on names, and they haven't made a full decision on what name they're going to be leaning on. But at the same time, hey, this is the exciting part, right? When you get to sit here and go, what are they going to go for? What are they going to lean for? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of exciting. As long as it's not like another derogatory term, then we're good to go. We Gucci, right? Yeah, time to profit off of someone else, I guess, LOL. Yeah, I guess so, Tanner Vane. Everything can be found offensive. Some things have more validity, but not to sound trollish. What about Cracker Jacks, the candy? Bruh. Goro 187, I'm done. I'm done. I don't think that's a good one. I'm just going to say that out loud. I don't think it's a good idea. You know what I'm saying? We're going to, nah. Maybe the Red Jacks? That doesn't sound great. That sounds dangerous if you're like in the middle of the night walking barefoot across like a kid's floor. You know what I'm saying? Like Jacks and Legos stepping on those barefoot sounds terrible. Sounds absolutely terrible. Well, the Red Tail was the tips of the P-51 Mustang aircraft they flew. Oh, that's actually good to know, Enemy Nation. Thank you for letting me know that. I did not know that. Yes, and if you didn't know who or what the Tuskegee Airmen are, it is an all-black fighter squadron, as Enemy Nation has said. I like the movie, but that's where most of my knowledge came from. True. I feel you exactly on that too. Let's see, more. The Washington Tomahawks. I'm done. I don't know if they can even use that either. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it could be red. It could stay red in the world of red. You know what I'm saying? Why not name them after what they are? The Washington Steroids. I'm done. Michael D. Bruh, I'm done. Yeah, Enemy Nation. I remember you telling me about that in the conversation we had a couple days ago about your wife being in the Air Force. And I have to say, thank you so, tell her thank you so much for, serving our country and, putting her life on the line like that. And it must be really cool. Must be really fun to be in the Air Force. Does she fly? That's what I'd like to know. Does she fly? That'd be cool. I'd love to know that. But moving on, more into the conversation. There's some other things that have happened. Let's see, like Naya Rivera, Glee star Naya Rivera's body has been found at Lake Piru in California. And so they're saying that the authorities are confident that they have found the body of actress Naya Rivera at Lake Peru in California, 5 days after she went missing during a boating trip with her son. And this is what the Ventura County Sheriff's Office said on Monday. Or today, obviously. And so an official identification is dependent on an examination of dental records. Oh, man. You know what sucks is like, oh, that's so terrible. So they either, that's so sad to say, but I mean, either something happened when she got sucked into the water. But obviously if you've ever seen, I don't think anybody would want to see a body that has drowned, but I understand that the body gets very bloated. And God knows how long. They said, she's been missing for 5 days. So God knows what she could have run into, what could have unfortunately eaten off of her when she was underwater. So if you really think about it, the fact that they haven't done an official identification yet, and they have to do an examination of dental records, says a lot. So that's terrible. I mean, it's almost as if they found her, but she was mutilated in some sort of way. And I think it has to do with nature. I don't think anything terrible happened to her. I don't think some random guy went out there, boated, and just, murdered her right there in the middle of the water with her 4-year-old son just sitting there watching. I don't think that at all. I think it's just the wear and tear of the lake and drowning. And those things can, really put a toll on your body for sure, especially with God knows what's in the lake swimming around as well. So that's terrible, terrible news. And an autopsy has not been conducted, but authorities have previously said they presume Rivera drowned in the lake. So God knows what happened. And for those who don't know, Rivera, 33, was boating with her 4-year-old son Wednesday afternoon when she went missing. The boy was found asleep and wearing a life vest late Wednesday afternoon and told investigators that he and his mother went swimming and he got back on the boat, but Rivera did not. Another life jacket was found in the boat. So, still, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible news. It's a terrible story. Very talented woman. Seemed like she really loved her son. Seemed like she was a really good woman. Very talented, nice voice. She was on Glee, for crying out loud. So if she was on Glee, she got some talent and she got some pipes. And unfortunately, she drowned in Lake Peru in California. So they have finally found her body. It's such a shame. And, and I got to say this too, y'all. I mean, and I just say this to everybody because I know that some people are touched by this story, that are moved by this story because you just never know. It's kind of like, it's like the Kobe story, I mean, it's a little bit different, obviously, because, Kobe had reached out and touched so many people, even people who didn't watch basketball, they were still acquainted with his image. And I'm not downplaying her outreach, but when you have somebody that dies so tragically, that leaves this planet so tragically, it makes you really think about like life. It really makes you think about what's really important. I have to also say is that, y'all, when you guys go out to a lake and you guys are swimming, I understand you might be the strongest swimmer in the world, but let's keep it straight funky. Please wear a life jacket. Please wear a life vest. You'll thank me later. You just don't know what to expect. Like I said, you might be the strongest swimmer in the world, but you just never know nowadays. Michelle Smale, thank you. Michael D. I agree. Enemy Nation is dropping some knowledge here for sure. So thank you for the information, Enemy Nation, for sure. We really appreciate it. Michael D., I didn't watch the show or know this person, but this is tragic. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, we need to have, what sucks is that we don't have enough. We need some more victories going on in the world right now. And we just keep having all these tragedies happening like left and right. And it's frustrating. You know, there's so much negative. There's so much negativity. And I'm looking forward to the time when we actually can look towards the positive and see the good that's going on in the world. It sucks. It's hard. It's really hard to find it sometimes, but I'm telling you right now, it is there. It is really there. You just, unfortunately, you really got to find it. You really, really got to look for it, you know? And sometimes you get Steve Harvey cursing on Family Feud, and that makes the world. You know what I mean? That puts a smile on my face, and that just happened to, fall in my lap, and that made me happy as a pig and clean-ish. I said it. It made me happy as hell, you know? So, we most definitely need to talk about this. Where is it? Now that there was a that's so random. What is the phone number for President Trump? 1-800-555-MAGA. Now, there was a okay. So everybody, people were talking about this in the chat earlier this morning. I didn't get a chance to really talk about it because we just jumped into the phone calls and all that. But one of the things that I noticed is that there was and this is something I found very interesting. 1-800-ish head. You know, you said it, Michael, not me. So here it is. There was I'm trying to find it. Let me try to find this. Now, Sports Illustrated did a spread with a transgender woman, and I'm telling you, I didn't know that this person was transgender. Let's see. I still blows my mind. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up the photo, guys, so that you guys can see this as well. This is a photo. Oh, that's not what I expected. Hold on. Okay, so I don't even know who this Valentina Sampaio, Valentina Sampaio. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Now this I found. Oh, come on, that's some BS. Hold up, guys. I'm trying to pull up a good photo. And every single photo that I've been given, that doesn't help at all. Come on. Enemy Nation, I'm always catching feelings. I'm totally kidding. Now, okay, so here's a photo. It's not full body. I wanted to show full body. So hopefully this won't be, hopefully this will suffice. Okay. So this is really pixelated. It's not the greatest, but this is in the most recent Sports Illustrated, and this is a transgender woman. Here we go. Valentina Sampaio is her name, and you would have fooled me. I'm just going to be real. I'm going to be straight funky. That looks like a naturally born woman. Real talk. I would not expect that. That is a surprise. And Tana Vane, you got a point. They use a lot of Photoshop in Sports Illustrated, but I haven't looked at in a while. And I feel you that, yeah, of course, that's every magazine uses hella Photoshop. But at the end of the day, you see these photos, and you would automatically assume what? Big surprise to me. I'm just going to be straight funky. Big surprise to me. You know, she looks great. She looks fantastic. Hold on. This is another one. Another one. Same photo, but more full body photo thingy. Here we go. Come on. There we go. Boom. I'm surprised, man. You know, technology, baby. Technology is amazing. And whoever hooked her up did a great job. Great job. Still a big surprise to me. It just, I got sent that last night, and I'm like, what? I literally had to, because I was like, what's the big deal? I get a photo. They, you know, my sisters are in this group chat, and they send out this photo, and I'm like, so? Like, I didn't really care. I was like, okay, a girl in a bikini. Who cares? And they're like, no, this woman's transgender. This is transgender. This is the first transgender model in Sports Illustrated. I'm like, get out of here. Get out of here. She looks fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. So, hey, do you, boo-boo. Gets that monies, okay? But yeah. Unbelievable. Ashton's, who the hell is that girl? Well, her name is Valentina Sampaio. Enjoy. But yeah, I was absolutely floored when I saw that. Real talk. I was like, what? Or when I found that out. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Anyway. So what else is going on in the world, y'all? What else is good? What else is popping off? You know? You guys are hilarious. Your comments are hilarious. Yep, exactly, Tano Vane. I would have said, I would have thought the same thing. You know what I mean? I was floored. I was surprised. I was like, wow, that makes no sense at all. But hey, people are eating it up. People love it. People are sharing those photos like it's going out of style, just saying, hey, you know, did you know that? And it's like, wow, it's surprising. It's very surprising. Like I keep saying, technology is amazing. Absolutely amazing. You know? Now, I think I've talked about this a couple times. You know, there's a really messy thing going on in the world right now. Michael D, I totally agree. Yes. More power to her. She looks great, right? So Johnny Depp and Amber Heard have been having, if you guys haven't known this, they've been having a lot of like issues lately, right? They're going through a really, really messy divorce. Amber Heard jumped on the bandwagon of the whole Me Too movement, saying that Johnny Depp was beating her, was violent, you name it. Under the whole Me Too movement thing, she jumped on that and tried to drag him in the public eye. And there's a lot of stuff going on now. They're literally in the middle of court right now because she is making accusations at him. He's making accusations towards her. But what's really crazy is that there's a lot of people that are backing Johnny Depp up, like a lot. So much that there is a story of one of the reasons why, I guess it was the straw that broke the camel's back for him, and the moment that made him realize that he did not want to be with Amber Heard anymore. And one of the moments, which there is many, we've talked about it on the show to the point where he's lost his pinky, like the tip of his pinky was cut off, to the point where, of course, she is making all these accusations towards him, saying that he was abusing her mentally and physically, to the point where he did not reprise Captain Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies anymore. He almost lost the Beasts of Griswold, or whatever the Harry Potter spinoff movie. He almost lost it, but because J.K. Rowling is a savage, she said, we're keeping Johnny Depp. I don't care what you say. We're keeping him, and I don't think that Amber Heard is telling the truth. Well, there was a moment that broke the camel's back for Johnny Depp. Apparently, April Fool's, she had a bunch of her friends, and obviously there's but there's an age gap between the two. I don't know exactly how big the age gap is. And Michael D, we're going to talk about that Johnny Depp violent video. We're going to talk about that here in a second. Or we can talk about it. So I'll tap on that for a second. But before we do that, she literally had a bunch of her friends over. It was April Fool's Day, and I guess she was partying, kicking it with her friends, and out of nowhere, Johnny Depp comes home. He goes into the bedroom. I guess he's getting ready to go to bed. He pulls the covers off the bed, and there's a gigantic turd in the middle of the bed. He, of course, goes to Amber, going, what the heck is this? What the hell is this? She and her friends are laughing, and she basically was like, well, hey, babe, lighten up. It's April Fool's Day. Real life turd. This was not just some, this wasn't fake. This wasn't, it's plastic, see, babe? Wasn't a melted Snickers bar. No. Real talk. Full human excrement on the bed. And that's the moment when he said, I'm done. I'm done. I'm out. Yeah. Tanner Vane, he said, my dog did that once and I was sad. Yeah. Imagine a human being doing that ish to you, bruh. Human being, man. Who in their right mind wants to do something like that? Who in their right mind want to go and sit and go, oh, I got a great idea, on a bed? You sleep in this thing. You see what I'm saying? That's gross. That's beyond gross. Okay? And whoever told her that would be a brilliant idea, something's wrong with any of those people that thought it would be a great idea. Now, let's go over to this conversation, this topic, or this point that Michael D pointed out. And the thing is, and I'm not saying anything bad about what Michael D said, because there is video of Johnny Depp getting violent, but he's not getting violent with her. Now, they say that he was getting violent, but the thing is that this girl was recording, putting cameras and phones up in random places, trying to catch him in a moment of passion, in a moment of anger. Now, there's a lot of things that happen that Michael D, did he rub her nose in it like she was a dog? That's hilarious. And say, no, bad Amber. No, I don't think that happened. But the violent things that apparently were being seen were taken out of context. Were completely taken out of context, allegedly. So the times that they show video of him getting upset, he's not really he's upset, but he's upset about something else. And she would cut that out and try to use it for something else. Now, the part where he got his finger cut off, I don't freaking know. I don't know how that happened. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy stuff, man. You know, just crazy stuff. Weeby 076. We are talking about the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp divorce right now. Just briefly. It's just something that I found very interesting because this has been an ongoing struggle between all of them. You know, and there it is. You know. They're still dealing with it. They're still in court. They're still talking about all this stuff, and all this stuff is starting to come out. And this is all the things that are being said now as we speak. Now, it's crazy. You know, homegirl nuts. Homegirl crazy. So instead of Amber Heard, it should be Amber Turd. That's what I think. I see. Michael D. Dang, I see that. That's my sister's MO. She baits men, then plays victim. See, that's scary. That's scary, Michael. That's scary. How close are you with your sister? That's what I'd like to know. You know what I'm saying? Because she might seem like the type you might want to keep close because you keep your friends close and your enemies closer or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? But for someone who will sit there and manipulate, that's really messed up, you know, and there's plenty of people like that. There's not only just women like that. There's plenty of people, men and women, that do the same thing. They just do it in different ways. And I think that Amber Heard, really think that Amber Heard has, I think it's a combination of being great looking, getting everything you want anytime you want because you are good looking. Then on top of that, you are a movie star, or at least trying to be a movie star. And then copious amounts of cocaine. That's what I say. Clearly. Or she's just stuck in this immature bracket in her life that she has not shaken out of. She hasn't learned to mature because she's used to getting everything she wants, however she wants. And I think that's the thing, like that privilege of having all the money in the world and being known as a starlet or an up-and-comer at least makes you think that you can do anything you want. And that's what's sad, you know? That's what's really, really sad. Now, Enemy Nation, is that question towards me about my sisters, or is that a question for Michael D? They can afford so many drugs, they probably never come down. Exactly, Tano Vane. That's what I think. Like, you know, you drink, you kick it, you're acting a damn fool. You could do whatever the hell you want. All day, every day. You don't have to worry about getting drug tested. You can always get an Uber. You can always get your own private limo service because you got the monies. You see what I'm saying? So you could do whatever the hells you want. That spoiled thing is, it's sad, but it's true. And of course, we already talked about Kelly Preston and her dying today, or yesterday, sorry, which was terrible, terrible news. You know, seemed like she was a very lovely woman. It's the Hulk version of Karn? I know. No news about that. Or, the Hulk version of Karen. Yeah, I guess so. Tana Vane. Yeah, actually, yeah. Facts, baby. Facts. And it's sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel bad for anybody who is, Tana Vane, you're all right. Take your time when you're hitting those buttons. You know what I'm hitting those letters, that QWERTY keyboard. Ooh, that's what's up, Michael D. That's what's up. You're a BLM. That's why you don't get along with your sister. Oh, okay. That's what's up. I'm sorry. See, that's what I always wondered about too, is like when you have friends and family that are not, or just family. Forget the friends. You don't have to deal with your friends every day. But family, though, you have to deal with family mostly, for the most part, depending on how close you are with your family. You have to deal with your family a lot. So I always wonder, like, what is it like to deal with a family member that is against what you believe in, or if you are the one that is the odd man out. Say Michael D is for BLM and his entire family is not. It's like what that experience is like. I can't speak for it on my end because obviously, I don't have that kind of family. We're all pretty much on the same side. But I always wonder what it's like to say, hey, or it's for people that come out as liberal in a family full of conservatives, or vice versa, or flip it around, what that feeling is like, how lonely that might feel, how strange that might feel, even, definitely, especially in family gatherings like Thanksgiving or just the holidays in general. I can only imagine what it's like, Ashton has some more bad news. What is the bad news, Ashton? But I always wonder, the news is ignoring important and profitable stories just to push a narrative. It's purely political at this point. Yeah, I'm hence the reason why I've been not sitting here saying that I'm stopping and pumping the brakes personally. I'm not. We're still talking politics. We're still doing what we need to do to talk about what's going on, because that's what's going on in the world. And unfortunately, in ways, there are days that I wish we weren't talking about politics every freaking day. But at the same time, unfortunately, them are the breaks. Those are the things that are going on in the world. Those are the trending news and the hot topics of the day or of the week or of the month, unfortunately. But, it's funny how we were talking about before. We were talking about coronavirus. Then it went to Black Lives Matter, the Black Lives Matter movement and all the things that were underneath it. And now it's kind of going back to coronavirus. And it's interesting, and it's kind of wavering because the main conversation that we're having right now is about schools. It's really just about schools. Everything else is pretty much the same. Things are starting to open, or things are starting to stop and pause their opening procedures. There are new mandates, but for the most part, people are still just dealing with the same stuff. Like what we've been dealing with since day one, 4 months ago, is the same ish we're still dealing with today. The only difference is right now is, aside from the Black Lives Matter movement and cancel culture, we're now dealing with a new version of the pandemic. And the pandemic topic is hovering all around school, all around education, and what's going to happen with our kids. And it sucks. So, but yeah, see, and that's the thing, is how badly and how much I am really gunning for some positivity. And maybe positivity on things that I care about, and I know that's on some selfish levels, you know? But forget it. That's just where I'm at. You know, that's just what I need. You know, think something that is on a positive that makes me smile. You know, and of course there's a lot of great, like I'd smile if it's like, hey, we flattened the curve completely. Schools can open and everyone can go back to exactly the way it was. Man, I'd be happy as hell. Do you realize that? I'd be like, yeah, you know what I mean? I'd jump and pause in the air like one of those really bad, like 80s movies, like, yeah, you know what I mean? Just frozen. You know what I'm saying? Just full of glee and happiness. But unfortunately, that's not how it is, you know? Tana Vane, the school thing is tough, but I don't have any good ideas or answers for it. Exactly. Like I was saying earlier, there's no right answer to this. There's no right answer to the school situation. Because no matter what, you're hurting somebody. Somebody going down. Whether it is a parent that has to stay home to watch the kids during that time, that has to sacrifice and not go to work and not be able to bring in their half of the bacon home. Or you got all the kids that are getting sick or cross-contamination, and then they dragging their ass home, and then they're getting their family sick. Or you're getting your whole teachers, all the older teachers and everything, sick. So it's like, what do? You know? You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. And it's an unfortunate situation. And I understand that there's people out here that are going to swear up and down, scream, gesticulate aggressively with their thoughts about how the way the world is. And I'm telling you how it's going to work, how they're going to fix the world. And I'm going to tell you, still 50% wrong. Can't really know. It's just facts. It's just facts, Jack. It's just facts. And trust me, I would love to turn to everybody and go, yes, you're absolutely right. That's exactly what we need to do. That's brilliant. Shoot, I would love that. But unfortunately, we're not there yet. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. All right, I got a few more minutes, guys. A few more minutes. Yay, yay, yay. But I think that's the thing, like, and I keep saying this over and over again, and I understand, like, you know, I'm not perfect. I'm still learning as I go every single day. A lot of times I'm learning things from you guys directly, from you, the fam. But I also think that if we were all able to actually, like, listen to each other, and not get so quickly to be offended because of not seeing eye to eye, like understanding, like agreeing to disagree, you know, the understanding of that, I think would make things a lot easier. Like if we just cut all the BS and say, okay, you aren't going to agree with me and I ain't going to agree with you, but let's just put it all in the middle of the table. And let's see if we could jumble it up and find a happy medium. And that's, I think, and that's exactly what I think needs to happen. But I don't think that there's a lot of people, a lot of the people who are trying to get the schools open right now, I don't think that they're listening to each other. No one's listening. Everyone's just my way or the highway. Whether you are Democrat or Republican, it don't matter. It don't matter because we all have our kids going to those schools. Whether you're Democrat, liberal, conservative, Republican, libertarian, evergreen, Meshuggah, I don't know, all the other political parties, whatever. SEAL Team 5, it doesn't matter. Because we're all getting affected by that. And it's unfortunate. But I think if we all sat down and actually had a conversation and listened to each other, it'd be a different story. But everyone has their opinions, and they say my way or the highway. And it's like, nah, it's not like that, man. Unfortunately, it's not like that. I wish it was. I really, really wish it was. Keep so keep the schools closed till January. I think so too. Enemy Nation. I completely agree. Hey, Enemy Nation and I are agreeing on something. I'm just playing. But really, seriously, yes, I agree. Get through it. Figure it out. Wait till 2021. Do all the schooling at home for the most part. Maybe come up with some sort of program in which, I don't know, like, I keep thinking, like, what if there was okay, just hear me out. I know what I'm going to say is going to make no sense. Okay, guys? I know that what I'm about to say makes no bloody sense, but just roll with me. What if in a world, schools are still closed till January, right? We all have to stay home. Not all of us. Like parents can still go back to work, but schools don't have everything figured out, so schools are closed, right? Then, what if it was a situation of they were able to come up with some sort of, like, a program for maybe not teachers, but I don't know how to explain it. Au pairs, nannies, something like that, so that maybe there's a program in which they can actually have in-home in-home care for the children while the parents go off to work. I know that makes no bloody sense. It makes sense in my head, and I know it's like flowers and daffodils. Like I'm wishing for like a Mary freaking Poppins to come shooting down a chimney and going, oh, just a teaspoon of sugar. No, I'm not saying that at all. But what I mean is, what if there was somebody that was implemented, or it was that the government brought in a way. I know I'm still working it out in my head, you know? But what if it was some sort of program that was made by the government in which nannies, caretakers were able to do that? to Doogie, isn't that television? Man, if television, man, I'm telling you, television was my best friend when I was a kid. But I'm just saying, to make sure that the kids are actually going to school, like actually going to their computer and doing the classwork, tuning into the, making sure that they're doing their homework, getting the tasks done, sitting through those video class, Zoom classes, or whatever you want to call them, and making sure that they get those things done. Because here's the thing: if two parents are bringing home the bacon, right? If you have two breadwinners in the house and they can't both be there at the same time because they still got to pay the mortgage and pay for the schooling and pay for the clothes that are on those kids' backs, then there's got to be something that they can implement or bring into the household so that the kids can still do school and the parents can still go out and win that bread. I know that sounds crazy. But that's just something that I was thinking. Spec 5, Jacob, what up, man? What up? How's Germany treating you, my brother? How is Germany? And it looks like my audio and video are fine on here, as far as I know. And to Doggy, thank you so much. To Doogie, sorry. to Doogie, thank you so much for saying that. That's sort of like medieval times where a tutor would teach 5 or 6 kids visiting their homes. It would be expensive, though. Yeah, I mean, you know, you're exactly right. That's a deep cut, bruh. That medieval times thing, but that's very true. Oh, really? Maybe you guys should refresh the page because it seems to be working over here. Let me check this out. Maybe you guys should refresh the page because I see it. Let me try this. I'm going to try to reboot or like refresh the page. Maybe it'll get back to normal. Because I see it. Let me try this. I'm going to try to reboot or like refresh the page. Oh, damn. Let me try this. I'm going to try to reboot or like refresh the page. Oh, damn. Okay. Let me try this. I'm going to try to reboot or like. It keeps like looping for some weird reason. Huh. That made no sense. It's like looping. I've noticed. Ah, damn. Damn. Yeah. Damn. Michael D, thank you for just going with it. Yeah, I mean, I know that on Facebook and Twitch, it's running just fine because I just checked those out too. But for some weird reason, there's some sort of Twitch, it's loop. Running just fine. Son of a. Yeah. But anyway, maybe that's God's sign saying that it's time to just wrap it up, B. So here it is, guys. Obviously, we could talk about this more later. I'll be sure to be bringing this up tomorrow morning, so be sure to tune in tomorrow morning. We'll be talking about all this stuff and then some tomorrow morning. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, being a part of the convo, doing a deep dive, thinking about these things. We got to start thinking about things. I understand that we are not the people that are the ones that, say what's going to go down with the world, but it's helpful to be able to just exercise our minds and figure out what could be a better choice, a better route on certain things. And our kids should not be guinea pigs ever. Like ever, y'all. But anyway, it is time to get going. Hopefully the YouTubes will be better tomorrow. All right. But anyway, I will be back on tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Again, thank you guys so much for being on, being a part of the conversation. We got to get going, okay? Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Much love to you guys. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.